Hi everybody, how you doing today? Today is Wednesday, the 17th of May. Look at me, woohoo! I thought that I would just show you guys an easy meal. I'm having a day where I'm very tired and weak and my brain is slow, but we're going to do the best we can. So we're having breakfast, but you know, we kind of have the mentality you gotta eat what needs to be eaten, you know? And so we have some really yummy turkey that needs to be eaten. So what we're gonna do is make a really easy tortilla wrap sandwich and a nacho on the side as like a side dish or whatever, who cares what it is. I'm too tired. So let's just do it, okay? All right. I like to get the most annoying part and the messiest thing kind of out of the way first. So what we're going to do is chop up a tomato, and I'm noticing that with the severe weakness, there's a couple spots on this tomato, so I'm cutting it off. But I've noticed that with the weakness, if I use my muscles less and like just kind of be more gentle with it and not squeeze really hard and push really hard, I feel like it helps me from triggering things. So it's kind of funny because I'm learning how to do it. So I'm like, okay, what does it look like if I'm light and gentle? And I will tell you, it makes it look like I am really slow, because I used to work in the restaurant industry. One of my favorite hobbies is cooking. So me cutting like this is I can already feel it building up in my forearm, the repetitive motion. But we got to eat, okay? I like to just chuck things into my sink because I have a garbage disposal. I'm thankful for that. Okay, so those are the tomatoes. They're just chopped up and ready. And then I like to buy those bags of romaine lettuce hearts where there are 3 in the middle in a bag. And so this is the end of one that we've got going. So I just hold it down with, if I can, and if you need help, get help. Or you know what, buy cherry tomatoes, you don't have to cut them. Buy shredded lettuce in the bag, you don't have to do this. Borrow a human being who does not have similar conditions and ask them to prep some veggies for you for a few days that you can just grab from, so you can have lettuce in there so that you can make a salad or whatever. But if you had chopped up vegetables of various kinds, it'd be easy for you. So I've been having Madeline and Darren and friends help me kind of prep things if I can't do it, because otherwise I end up eating something else that's not as healthy, and sometimes that's okay. But I'm trying to fight through this and still eat well. So that's all I did, just some lettuce and tomato. I'm going to set it aside because I don't need it yet. But that part's done. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw away my garbage. I'm going to put away the lettuce. Now, if you're having a day like me where if I walk really slow, I'm doing okay. Mostly. In fact, I don't even know where BB is right now, and that's naughty because we're having ants like doing recon in our kitchen, and I don't know where that guy went. They're pretty tricky, but make sure he didn't get in there. Okay, let's do this so we're eating it, not the ants. Okay, I'm really tired now. I need to rest. 4 minutes. I chopped some lettuce and tomato, and I told you what we were doing, and I'm tired now. So I like to clean up as I go, but I'm realizing right now that it would be better if I could just kind of compartmentalize in jobs instead of running back and forth 10 times, because that's not going to be good for making sure you have endurance, you know? You have to kind of learn your limitations, and from day to day it can vary. Like one day I can run around and be Superwoman, and obviously that's not really true at all. I have it's not an accurate running around statement, but it is challenging, because some days I can do a little bit more, a little bit easier than other days, but pretty much every day is a huge challenge. Okay, these are flour tortillas. If you don't eat gluten, you can get ones that are made from other things, like they have corn tortillas, or you could get gluten-free ones we used to get. You could do this wrapped in lettuce. We used to do that a lot too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take these tortillas and I'm going to just lay them out, and I'm going to grab, this is just a garlic and herb cheese spread, and it's so flavorful and delicious. And so instead of using mayonnaise or cream cheese, I'm just going to use this. And I'm not going to actually spread the entire tortilla. I kind of am going to try to put everything kind of down the center. And I'll show you why. Because, so kind of down the center. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's all going to get mushed up anyways. So just down the middle like that. You probably can't see in the lighting, but you'll see what's to come. Maddie has headphones a lot. I'm gonna go get BB, because I feel like I'm getting really tired and we need her. So hold on a second. Okay, that's better. I'm just realizing the more that I'm lifting and using my arms, the more I'm like really fatigued. So these are kind of small, soft taco sized. I think it's better if you get the bigger ones, maybe, because I feel like it's still less carbs to have one larger tortilla than two. I know. But these ones, you almost have to have two unless you want to eat again in like 5 minutes. Well, we'll just make one each, and we'll just stuff it with veggies and turkey, and then we won't need it. Okay, so when it's like that, and it's all, you've got your layer of the spreadable cheese, that's when I like to take red pepper flake, because we like spicy things. And so we're going to put that down the same center line. And we love garlic, so we're going to add more garlic than the spread that's over there. This is just garlic granules. I just keep refilling the container and buy it in the bulk. And then, let's see, we did the garlic and the red pepper flake. And then I'm going to take the turkey and also follow the same layering line, because the thing is, if we don't do the line, it's going to be too fat to roll up nicely, and that is not good. So I'm happy to be using this up, because it needs to be. And what's nice is it's kind of late morning. We usually have like a snack in the morning first thing, and then we kind of have a late breakfast, early kind of lunch, and we eat on a weird schedule. But right now, our last year of homeschooling, because, well, we had to decide now that it was time to make changes. Now I'm going to layer in the tomato. This is going to be a fatty. Might not roll up well. But it was time. It was time for Madeline, who's going into the 8th grade, to spread her wings and take everything that, all the bonded time that we've had together, and you know, all the time where Madeline has kind of become who she has and is strong in who she is. It's going to be great. And it's sad for me, because I really loved our time together, but I just can't do it anymore. I mean, I could, but it's not the best choice for my health. And we don't believe that God's like, everybody's supposed to homeschool. That's not our philosophy. We believe that God has each one of us walking out life in our own unique way, and I think there are some things that are this way for everybody, you know, but this isn't one of them. I totally shouldn't even be saying things like this, because, you can take me out of context, and I don't want you to do that. So yeah, I'm not feeling like I'm a failure because we have to make a big change. We started homeschooling in the 2nd grade. She was having some challenges with math and focus, and it just seemed, and some bullying, and at that point was a real sensitive kid, and we just really felt led to do it because I was no longer able to work anymore anyways. And so we did that for 5 years through 7th grade this year, and we're thankful for the flexibility that it's been because we've been able to thrive, and Madeline's amazing. She's been writing lots of books, and she also illustrates them, and she's an incredible young lady, and I love her very much. But it's time, and we're excited, and she's excited, and it just feels right, and yeah, we're thankful. So, okay, I'm going to show you now how I'm going to wrap these up. So this is a spread of garlic herb cheese, some spices, turkey, tomato lettuce. If you wanted to, you could skip the garlic herb and put cream cheese and cranberry and turkey and just lettuce and not tomato. You could make this with ranch in it instead of creamy spread. You could put, the sky is the limit. If you don't eat meat, you could put rice and beans in here. You could put a gazillion things. I just want to put this in my stomach, so let's hurry up. Okay. So I know that it's hard to see, but again, I don't have, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Let me move one off of here so you can just see the one. And I wonder if I come back farther if you can see a little bit better, but the light exposure, it's like there's nothing on this plate. Okay, hopefully it looks better for you. It's a little full for this little guy, but what I do is I roll up the sides a bit because that's where you don't want the stuff to fall out. And I kind of use my, God bless you if you do not have the ability to do this, and I'm really sorry if you're shaking your head at me like, well, good for you, but I can't do that. Well, shoot. If that's the case, cut it up with a knife and a fork, or just have someone help you do that, and then you've got these chewy tortilla bits in this yummy salad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But if you are able, fold up the sides, use your fingers to kind of press down and hold this stuff in, and as I fold over the front, I use my fingers. This is kind of hard for me too, you guys. And I use my fingers to keep it all in, and I keep folding it, and as I fold it, I keep tucking in the sides. And like I said, these, I put too much in for this, but I didn't want 2 of them because of the extra carbs. So never mind that I'm probably going to have hot chocolate today. Okay, and then keep the sides tucked in, and then you make that final flip over, and then you've got your wrapped up sandwich. It's good. I bit off more than I can chew. I usually do though. I don't mean that with the food. Okay. That's part A. But I'm hungrier and I want to eat once and not think about it for hours. So I have this bag of chips over here, tortilla chips. And I'm going to just on one plate layer out these. And sometimes I bake a pan of chicken breasts and season them up first and bake them. And then I wrap them individually and freeze them once they're cooled. This would be a great application for one of those chicken breasts because I'm tired. My arms are tired. Good thing there's a counter. Okay, the chicken breast would be great because taking one of those out and slicing it up after it's thawed out, you could totally make a chicken cheese nacho in like 2 seconds. This one's just going to be cheese because we have turkey wraps. But I'm just layering tortilla chips onto the tray plate, and then I just have cheddar cheese. This is also really delicious if you pop popcorn and then sprinkle cheese on it and make like a popcorn nacho. My dear friend Esther Prelog, bless her, she used to eat this as popcorn with cheese as a kid, and cheese popcorn is what she called it, and she got me hooked on that stuff. I could just eat that for every meal. So pop popcorn and make a nacho with it, and then microwave it. It's so good, it's not even funny. So I'm just making like a second layer on this nacho. It's probably not going to come out of the microwave looking very melted, because I have to really faff around with it, because I partially broke it, and it doesn't spin anymore, and so it doesn't evenly heat. But I don't use my microwave very often, and so I'm really showing it for you guys in the microwave. I do microwave this in the microwave, but not if I was gonna make it for like all of us. I would use the oven. Okay, so all I did was layer a couple things on here, and we'll try it. Let's see if I can do this. My microwave is hidden underneath my tea station, and so I'm gonna put that in there for like a minute and a half. And now, while that minute and a half is happening, I like to do silly things like race myself to clean up the mess before it's done. So I'm gonna put away the spices, done with the cheeses. I gotta wait anyways. I could just stand here and rest, but I would rather sit down and eat and rest and not have this looming over me. Got the tortilla. Okay. Put the salt back. I am really bad at not putting things away and making big messes for myself. So my friend Natalie has been coming over to my house and teaching me kind of how to be a little bit better about following through with things, because my ADD mind and just the pain and exhaustion and just not being able to live a really routine schedule, I've gotten kind of in a bad pattern. So not a bad pattern, but a pattern that I need to change, because it's not working for me, because it's like, I'm not technically OCD, but it's kind of like the ADHD person of me that is may it be pain induced, or I know I really have attention and focus issues, but whatever it's induced by or whatever, that part of me is constantly messing things up and not following through and not finishing things or accomplishing things. But then the other part of me that really strives for order and neatness and cleanliness, and I can just look around and be like, oh, it's just, the work is done. I feel like it's really hard for me to work through or rest through disorder and mess. So those two sides of me are at war with one another, and it's constant cycle of me, the one side of me messing everything up and the other side of me trying to clean it up. So I'm working my way out of that with help of other people and mindfulness and practicing good patterns. So let's check on the nacho. I'm really excited to sit down today. Okay, I am going to heat this a smidgen longer, but I'm going to just say goodbye to you guys first. Oh, this smells so good. See, normally I would just eat this and nothing else, and that's probably not the healthiest. So we're going to eat this nacho, and then we're going to have these. I haven't wrapped the other one up yet. Wraps. And that's going to be our meal. And then we have watermelon if we are feeling like we like something sweet. And I do think that later this afternoon, to reward a little bit of work, we'll have a cozy, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. We'll have a cozy cup of tea or some hot cocoa. All right, you guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe so that way you don't miss our unexpected live streams that we're going to start doing. We're going to start one on Saturday. Darren is calling me and I'm rejecting him, so that's going to be bad. So we have to go. See you guys later. Bye.